like every story starts from humiliation, right? I was humiliated in the school, and my journey started from there. So for me, one is reading and one is self-talk. Kind of resources you followed, which book you followed, which YouTubers you followed for the grammar. So would you mind telling this? I think soon, very soon, the Juice Talk is going to invite you to give a motivational talk.
How are you?
I'm fine. I'm really fine. I was waiting for you to connect. So thank you so
Yes.
much for having me. I'm waiting so long. I'm waiting so long. Like, and thank you so much for having me in this conversation.
Thank you so much to you too. Okay. So let's start with introduction. I want to know about you. Can you give me your introduction, short introduction?
Sweta, my name is Kitab Sahil and I'm from Madhya Pradesh. I have completed my graduation in computer science. And so, actually, if you say like I have a degree of BTech, and if I talk about my hobbies are reading books, listening music, watching Netflix, and I'm so fond of cooking.
Hmm.
And if I talk about my past experience regarding the job, so for 2 3 months I have worked in Amazon as a customer care support, and for 2 months in Tech Mahindra at the
Okay.
same profile. And
Wow.
nowadays I am connecting with a lot of new people, so that I can hone my communication and English speaking skill. So this is
Okay.
all about myself.
Hmm. You are speaking quite well. So nowadays you started having conversation in this way these
Yeah,
days.
yeah. Recently I started. Recently I joined. I found this beautiful application Skype, and I started.
Okay. And you fond of cooking. That's fascinating me a lot because cooking is quite difficult for me. I cook, but not that much. Like I cook for myself, but I don't like that much. So you like cooking, and it is fascinating me a lot. Okay. So do you cook every type of dishes or every type of recipes?
Every recipe, like you just name it, I'll cook it. So this much I
Okay.
am expert on it. So yeah. So like
Every
I
day do
am
you
like
cook?
not every day, but like often I cook, and I am like master at cooking. Like I can just smell the food, and I can tell the taste of the food. So I'm perfect
Oh
in it.
my goodness.
Like
I
a,
think you have talent of
yeah,
cooking.
yeah.
God gifted.
I got this trait from my father. So my father often cooks. So seeing him when I was getting elder, like in my like when I was growing, so I started observing his skill, and so I got this, the same trait, and from there my journey started. I inclined towards the cooking. So this is how I got into this.
That's an amazing skill, I would say. We should learn. Everybody should learn cooking. And when I heard from boys, if they cook and they cook well and they're fond of cooking, so I must say that I respect them a lot because means a lot. It means a lot for them, and
Mm.
it's very difficult for them, especially boys they don't want to cook, and those who cook they cook very tasty. I even experience this a lot of even what can I say, like one of my brothers, yes, my brother, he cooks really well, and I like really, like I like more than my family members. I like him. His cooking is so good. And he knows many things, like he was cooking. So that's why he knows many things about that. Okay, do you have any questions? So you can ask me.
Yes, I also
Okay,
actually
I would
like.
like to ask you, do you have YouTube channel?
No, I don't have YouTube channel, but I'm planning to have this. I have one YouTube channel. But I know your YouTube channel. It's doing so well, and I follow you. I watched
Okay.
conversation, so I thought like, okay, this is the right person with whom I could have a conversation. So I was planning to connect with you, but somehow I got your handle, Skype handle, and I actually thank you so much for replying me and having me in this conversation. So I'm so glad.
It's my pleasure.
And
It's my pleasure. Yeah.
yeah, so I watched a lot of conversation video, but your English is like I got just what to say. I attracted towards your personality, your English, your pronunciation, your accent. So that's why I thought of talking to you.
Connected.
So mm,
Okay. Okay. All right. So, but you are speaking quite well. And how did you learn this much of? learning English and speaking, basically speaking part. You are speaking well. So how did you learn this?
So like every story starts from humiliation, right? I was humiliated in the school, and my journey started from there. But I didn't start from there actually. So at the back of my mind, I made the mindset, one day I have to master this language, no matter
Mhm,
what resources, what kind of like things I have to go through. But the day would come when I would speak, like when I would learn this language. So
mhm,
I entered into the college, and like after the Corona actually. So
mhm,
I think it's been like more than a year when I started. At that point of time, my English was not good. I was so new to this culture. So I grabbed some books. So I grabbed some romantic novels from there. So I remember there was a book. Uh, it was a romantic novel. I started reading, and the moment I started reading first page, I remember that night I completed the whole book, and it took me like whole night. So I started reading
mhm,
from p.m. to till 4 a.m. So I finished that book, and from there my journey started. I got inclined towards the reading. So
mhm,
I keep on reading. So I have a lot of books in my place. I invest a lot of money into books nowadays. And
mhm,
so YouTube was there. I started listening podcasts. I started watching the creators who are from India, who are outside of the India. So this is
mhm.
how I got the taste of English, and this is how I started like learning. So journey was tough, but now I enjoy it. I can feel it. I
Okay, right. So what do you think? Which one is really worked in your speaking part? Like, for example, reading any activities which is really helpful for you. What do you think about grammar part or speaking, reading? What?
so no, if you really talk about me now, so my grammar is horrible. Like I'm worst at grammar. So bad at grammar. But you give me a sentence, or if you would say, okay, there is an error, Siddharth, just tell me what is the error in this sentence. Then I can sense it. I can feel it. I won't say
Mhm,
like I cannot tell the rule behind that, like what is the like why it is the error, what is the reasoning
mhm.
behind this, but I can sense it. I can feel it, and this all came
That's
just by
very
reading. So I trusted on my like I trusted on the reading too much, and reading has
mhm.
a lot. So I so two
Okay.
things have worked for me. One is reading, and one is self talk. So
Okay, self-talk. Wow. That is,
self
I
talk.
also do most of the time. Like when I was not having conversation with people, I used to do self-talk a lot, and still I do. I love to do self-talk. And reading, I love to read, but I can't be consistent. I don't know why. I always want to be consistent for reading books because when I read, I really like and I feel good. But
Mhm.
yeah, I can't be consistent for reading, and that is I'm feeling bad. And like, which type of books do you read?
So nowadays I am reading several books. So currently I'm reading one book, Art of Being Alone. It is by Renuka. So she's a Indian
Okay.
writer. So it's a psychology. It's a self-help books. So right now
Mhm.
I'm reading this. Whatever I get it now, whatever I get, whatever it is in
Yeah,
front
yeah,
of me, read it. Just I read it.
yeah,
I don't mind like what is the stuff, what like why should read, why not to read, what is the story like. I don't care. Like I don't care
yeah.
about
I
just
also,
I
yeah,
read
I
it.
also don't feel to choose any book or any things. I also prefer to read anything, whatever has written there. Of course, we can learn something or the other from that book or from that topic, right? From that story. We can obviously learn anything, whatever has written. So I also prefer to read any random book. Or like I know that this book is good, or if I get or find to read anything, I start reading. Many people select some books, and I don't have that type of like what we can say selection or any kind of like I don't select basically. I just read randomly. And you
So,
also saying that you also do like this way, right?
I also want to know about yourself, like how you started and what sort of things has worked for you. So what was your
Yeah.
strategy? What kind of resources you followed in the past that made you so fluent? So I would really love to know. So
Yeah, definitely. I would love to tell you about my journey of learning English. So it was. really interesting for me because I didn't know anything about English language, and I completed my school in Bengali medium. And now this much I can talk. I don't know how I like. I'm improving myself. I can say that I improved a lot because earlier I was not good at English, and I didn't know about that much anything. I was not able to read that much. I was not able to write. Somehow I managed for my examination, and I was getting good marks also in my examination in English paper. I don't know how, but it happened. And always I was reading books, and it was fascinating me a lot for reading like English book. I really wanted to read books, and I wanted to learn English from since that time when I got interest of reading books, like normal subject books, English book I was reading. So that time I my sister suggested me to take English literature. Like you can take English literature in graduation so that you can learn this English language. So my vision was to learn English. For that reason I took English literature in my college first year. So, but that time, unfortunately, it was again, I got subject, and I didn't know about language. So, subject is quite difficult. It is a written book. So, I don't know language, then how could I learn in literature, my subject, right? So then I started searching a lot of YouTube videos and I explored. I also started to watching so many videos and I got to know that we can learn English in this way, like by watching, by listening, and by practicing, by speaking with people. So I started same thing. I didn't all you as you mentioned that you didn't work on grammar and you don't know about grammar. And if I tell you about myself, I also did the same thing earlier when I started learning. Like I was connecting with people on audio call, a lot of platform. I was joining there and self talk. I was practicing by myself a lot. I used to make any topic and I used to talk about that topic. And also I was, you know, mimicking or you can say shadowing the subtitle or the speaker's dialogue, what they are saying on video. I was doing a lot. And that time I was not learning grammar. And as you told me that you didn't know grammar, but you can sense or you can feel. Same thing also I was doing that. I was not understanding the topic or what is the reason behind that, the meaning of the sentences or words and all things. I was not understanding, but I was also understanding that yeah, somehow I am correcting myself or I was speaking correct way in a correct way. But when I started learning grammar, when I learned the speaking part, basically when I started speaking, or you can say it's been not that much long time that I started learning grammar. It's just when I started having conversation with people, that time I started learning grammar also properly, some proper study or I want to go depth in grammar because I have to teach English. I teach English online, offline, both. So that time I started learning grammar properly. Other than I was speaking English like you. I didn't know about grammar part. So by watching videos, by listening, and researching, you can say I was so passionate for learning English all the time. I used to think in English. I used to talk to myself. Still, I talk to myself in English most of the time. I try to talk in English because here nobody speaks English and no environment. So that's how I improved my English, you can say. And this
Mm,
is my journey in a short way. Other than you can feel bored about that because it's a long journey and it's a long process.
so nice. And it seems that you have worked a lot on yourself. Okay, so what about now? Like, are you good at grammar? Like, are you so good at grammar?
Yeah, no, I can't say that I am so good at grammar, but when I study or when I learn grammar parts, grammar is a huge. So when I go with the topic and when I theoretically study about that, then I know everything and I feel that oh, I know everything. Now I can go with that. I can talk about that. I can even teach students proper way, depth way. But when I try to do that, that time it didn't work as I want. It didn't happen. It don't happen like that. It doesn't happen like that. And sometimes even I make mistakes in grammar while speaking, and it just happen naturally. And instantly I understand that I'm making mistakes, and that's a big thing for me. I get consciously that I'm making mistakes, less
Mm,
and silly mistakes which I make, and automatically I get to know that I'm making mistakes. Earlier it was not happening. I was just talking. I was not understanding where I am making mistakes and what are the things I need to follow. But right now, I properly study grammar and understand properly so
Uh-huh.
that I can instantly understand my mistakes and I can rectify. So in this way, I'm working, but still I need to do so many things in grammar. Grammar is huge. It's not possible to complete easily.
Okay.
It will take some time. And even what happened when we learn grammar, it's fine. We can learn by ourselves. But when we teach students, it takes a lot of time and it needs practice of teaching as well.
Yes, yes. It
So I
takes
can
up.
tell that. Yeah. So maybe when I will teach a lot of about grammar topics and all things, then it can be possible that I am good at grammar. I can tell you. But right now I have to work a lot.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. So, Sweta, if I ask you, like, what kind of resources you followed, which book you followed, which YouTubers you followed for the grammar, so would you mind telling this? Because I really
Grammar.
want.
Yes, grammar. Basically, I used to watch videos, and even still, I don't remember even YouTube videos. But I used to watch like Dear Sir and Kanchan, Connection, like that channel name. So I used to watch previously earlier, but now I don't watch. Recently, what I do, I research and I try to, I can say that I read books, basically grammar books. Any books if I'm getting on ChatGPT, even I search most of the time ChatGPT or Google. I in Google also if I get any books, I try to read. And these things I can do. I can tell you about grammar part, which I do. Basically, I read books because I prefer to understand about grammar for myself. Reading, just study about that, not understanding concept of videos and all things. Because video is just only we can watch one time and we will forget about that. But when we read about that or when we study about that, we go depth and we can understand so many things which we can't understand in video. So
Right.
I was making mistakes earlier. I used to watch videos. I was not studying about that. So, but I realized, and when I realized, I started studying about that. So I prefer to study book related to grammar, any book, whatever I like.
Mm,
If I get time, I read any topic and I understand about that. So this much I'm doing right now, and I want to, explore about more in
mm.
future. So I can't tell you that I have finished a lot of books of reading, but I am exploring these days.
I have also started. I have also started learning grammar. So, I have a book called Red and Martin. It is in red color. So, I have
Mhm.
a book. So, I have also started like learning grammar. So, Sweta
Mhm.
has mentioned that you are teaching students online, right? So,
Yes,
uh, so how do you teach them? Like, do you use blackboard or whiteboard or like while teaching them, or like how do you teach, or do you have a digital board? So how do you teach them?
are you talking about online or offline?
It's online, online. I'm talking about online.
Okay, online, I mostly take one-on-one session. So I don't use any board or any digital board. Just I teach simply. I mostly focus on speaking part of students, and I try to give them topic activities. And when they make mistakes, I try to tell them about that mistakes or about the grammar which they are making mistakes. In this way, I guide and try to give them activities, and I make them practically speaking. Try
That's
to practically speaking.
okay. So are you also teaching offline? You also teaching offline classes?
Yeah, I teach like online is just 3 4 months I have been teaching. And if I talk about offline, then I have been teaching for a long time. You can say approx 1 year. It is completed 1 year on off in offline on offline. So I
It's your
teach
own
there.
coach. It's your own coaching, right? It's your own academy.
Yes, yes. That is my sister institute, and even I run. We run together, but she and my brother, one of my brothers, they manage a lot. I just teach there, and I also handle, but they are the owner, I would say. I am a only teacher of
Yeah.
that institute.
Like you like all the siblings are into business, and they are just managing. It's nice. It's nice. It's good.
Yeah, we are trying to do something because in the where I live in my area, it's a very you can say rural. Nobody learns. Nobody. does something good things or like big thing in education system, or they don't have idea of communication or English language. Basically nobody knows about English language. If I would have spoken with them, but then oh my god, they would be thinking like, who is she? They can think about me that who is this girl? Or English like that. They can think about me. Nobody knows me that I speak English and I teach English in my area. But apart from my area, you can say other state, they know. And on YouTube, online platform, people know that I teach English and I speak English. But in my area, nobody knows. And nobody cares about that also.
It
Yeah,
happens.
tea garden area. So here everybody works in tea garden and like yeah, shop business they do and they study. That's it. Like nobody feels to learn. They are not interested or they are not tend to learn English language or any skills, proper skills, so that we can speak public speaking or communication interview. These things they are not that much into, but I am trying to do that. I am trying to learn that. Even I don't have this much of skills of communication or all things. I am just learning by myself, by interacting with people, understanding how to do that, how can I do better in my life. That's how I'm doing. But here nobody knows about me, what I'm doing here. Just I'm exploring on online platform. Yeah, so
That's
let's see
good.
what will happen.
That's good. And I think it's a great initiative that you have taken for your society and for your for your area. So it sounds good. And being a girl, I
Yeah,
can it's tough sometimes. It's like
exactly.
I can feel it. So that is good.
I
You can
try
just
to I try to motivate in my area students, okay, but they don't understand even the importance of English and why they should learn. So it's a very struggling for me to teach them.
I think soon, very soon, the Joe Stock is going to invite you to give a motivational talk. So
Yes. What did
yeah,
you say? Come again, please. Could you repeat that?
Joe Stock, it's a platform.
Okay, yes, yes, I know about that.
So I said very soon the Joe Stock is going to invite you to give the motivational talk. So
Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
going to be happening.
Okay,
It would happen.
let's see. Let's see. I think you are making my day and telling me about this, so I'm quite delighted with that. Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing also, like 5 years back now, I have been once I have been to West Bengal. So I just like roam around the Habra Bridge, and I also had taken the ride of ship. So that was a great experience. So once I have visited to West Bengal, so I
Oh,
had
okay. But for the first time, sorry, I visited also Kolkata for the first time. You can say 1 week ago, I went there. I never visited in my life Kolkata. I live in West Bengal, but I never went. So for the first time, I visited 1 week ago, and I didn't even explore that much. But yeah, I wanted to explore a lot, but the time issue and the traveling is quite hectic. My sister and I went, so it was so struggling for us to carry all the luggage and to go wander here and there. We wanted to visit a lot of places, but it was so difficult to manage that. The journey is quite a struggle, right? If we
mm,
go traveling with sister, like I and sister, we were not able to manage all the things. So, but although we traveled, yeah.
I think 2 3 months back I discovered your channel. So I was thinking, yeah, let's talk to this girl. Her English is very good, and I have to have a conversation with her. And now I'm talking to you. So so I think it works. Sometimes you think of something, and if you keep on thinking the same thing again and again, and at some point of time it happens.
Yeah, manifestation, right? Law of attraction. Do you believe in universe? Do you believe?
Yes, I believe. I believe really. If personally, if I talk about myself now, I had a uh, I had a problem of inferiority complex. So I was very shy to the people, especially with the girls actually. So
Okay.
I never used to have a conversation with girls. I don't know
Mhm.
why. So in school days, especially in college
Mhm.
also. I was not very good at communicating, but now I think I can have a conversation with anyone. So whether the people are from India or outside the India, so I can understand them. I can make them understand. So I think yeah, it has happened to me. So at some
Yeah.
point, I had a thought, I have to do something for myself, and now it is happening. So
Yes. Yes.
everything could happen. I just have to work on myself. So
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Now you just need to work. As you are mentioning me that, and the same thing I also felt, and also I was not good at communication, and still I don't think about my communication as good. Okay, because I was also struggling with communication, with communicating with people. I was not able to communicate. Like you are talking girls, I'm talking about boys. I was not talking, I was not interacting with boys, basically in my school and college, like both. See, when we complete our school, we want to explore, we want to connect with boys and girls together, like both gender. But unfortunately, I wanted, but I didn't get that opportunity or that chance to interact with boys. Or I wanted, but I don't know, universe didn't work for me for that of connection or talking with boys. In this way, I didn't, because my school was also in girls' school. I did my school in girls, and after completing my schooling, I wanted to explore myself and interact with boys and connecting with them and social things, socializing things. I
socializing.
really wanted to be socialized, but actually, unfortunately, it was COVID-19, so I didn't get chance to interact and to open up myself there. So I didn't get chance actually, and I feel that maybe I'm not able to make friends, like boys friends. I still think about that. I can't make, and even if I tell you truth that I don't have friends that much. I have friends, but we are not that much connected each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I can feel that I am just fine with my English language. I connect with online platform. That's it. Other than I am not talking with any girls or boys. I don't have that much friends. I have, but I don't have. I can tell you this much. Yeah, really. So I was also facing a lot of problem, and still I failed. So I'm an introvert girl. You can say I'm an introvert. So that's why this is the also reason that I don't connect that much. And even I feel that I like to be alone most of the time. I feel that I am doing some work or I am working on myself. How, what can I talk with people? Like every time we talk unnecessary, like what can we say? Hi, hello, this much. Or nobody has time these days, isn't it? Nobody has time. Nobody wants to give time. I want to make bond, but I don't get that. So I also moved on now, and I'm just working on myself. Now I don't think about communication, but for interaction, for communication, we really need this. We need to explore, we need to communicate with people. It can be friends, it can be people, it can be family, or you
Yeah.
know anyone. We have to communicate with people. So that's what I learned, but still I didn't get that chance. Let's see when I will open up myself and I will talk with a lot of people. Kind of public speaking, I'm afraid a lot of speaking in front of people. I don't have courage because I don't have habit of that. I have a habit of speaking conversation, but not on a stage. So it's quite difficult for me right now.
Yeah. Okay. See, it happens. At the back of at some point you feel like you are introvert, and at the same point you have uploaded I think more than I don't know the exact number, or I guess like 500 videos having conversation with the strangers.
So I uploaded only approx. It means that those are shorts video, actually shorts video I uploaded. That's why it looks that I have uploaded more than 500, 400. But those are shorts. And if I tell you that I have completed conversation video, how many, then I have completed approx 115, 20, like this
That's
much.
good number.
But it is also huge, right? Yeah.
Ah, use.
But still I feel sometimes that if I don't connect with people on online, then I feel that maybe
Some,
I have to talk with them. Like I'm lacking in speaking or communicating. What will happen? Because since childhood I suffered with this. So of course, always I will feel this. Maybe if I
yeah,
don't talk with people, right? And now I try to be ambivert. I try to be ambivert. Yes, I don't want to be introvert. And introvert life is also good to do your work
Yeah.
and living your enjoying yourself. Self love is there. So yeah, I love both. Whatever it is, just enjoy the life. That's it. Right.
Mm, that's good. That's good.
Main
I
thing
also,
we need to enjoy.
I also started recording myself. So I think 6 months before joining the Amazon, 6 months back, I started creating content. So I was more into Instagram. So I used to create reels, short videos, 60 seconds, 30 seconds. The way you create the shorts for YouTube,
Yes.
I was also creating the same. So I got some followers. I won't say like there's more in numbers, but I think I get 50K followers in just 1 month. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so uh, it was like I was very excited, and so and meanwhile when my journey was going on as a content creator, I got a job in Amazon. So I grabbed that offer and I left that content creator journey, and because of that I have lost more than I think 20K followers in just 3 4 years, 3 4 months,
Oh
and
my God.
now I have I think 28 or 29K. So like I'm planning to resume my journey again. So I would also I would also start creating content. So
Yeah, absolutely. So you have channel, you have this amount of subscribers. Why not you can start that? You can just work on your channel, right?
one video I have uploaded today. So
Okay.
I'll text you in the Instagram. Okay. So
Okay,
uh,
definitely.
we
Ah,
can
yeah.
connect also. So I also like my stuff is same. Like I create content related to English.
Mm-hmm.
I also the way you create content related English, I also create the same kind of content.
Okay. So
Because
you create related to English, right? Related.
yes, because
Okay.
what I feel now, ki I am learning, so I have to document myself. Okay, what is my progress? What I have learned in the past. So it
Absolutely.
makes me feel so happy. That's why I started my own Instagram page. It's very
Mm-hmm.
happy. I'm so happy. Like people watch me, they comment me. Sometimes I get bad comments, uh,
It's
but
okay. It's okay. It happens. We have
sometimes
to ready
sometimes
for that.
Uh, sometimes people say this is a Bihari boy. So so very bad comments like why you're acting as a teacher, why you're teaching English, why are you making this kind of content? But okay, like, it's their thought, it's their mind, like what they think. But what I feel
Yeah.
like, oh see, if I comment on you, I cannot comment. Like I don't know your journey. What was the pain? How your life was in the past, but if someone really comments you, I don't think like it's a good way. I never comment on on
Yes.
someone because I
See,
really think
we are not robot. We are not robot. We are making content. We are human. So of course, comment affects us. Comment hits us
that's
a lot, right?
it.
It can be mentally. It can be very bad. I even faced problem the same thing like you earlier in Instagram, and it was so bad. And that time I faced that problem with my friends itself, like college friends. They told me, they criticized me. They used to criticize me a lot on Instagram comment. I started my journey with Instagram, not on YouTube. I was making challenge video on Instagram. So there people like my friends, college friends, they told me they were English medium students. So they started calling me that why are you making videos in this way? First learn English, then start making videos. You don't know English, basic things you are doing. Why are you this and that? Like so many things. I struggled, and I was also initially I was making beginning time. So I affected a lot with that comment, and I felt really bad. So I also felt. Don't worry about that. Let it be. Let them call whatever they want to call. But our work is to make videos, and we have to ready for that. People can hate, people can love both, right?
Yeah, happened.
Um, it's so big.
Hmm.
No need to think about that.
Yes, today I have uploaded one video, and tomorrow I'm going to upload very soon. Uh, and we can, like, it's really nice, like, to talk to me. I feel so happy, like, and this application is so great. Like, we can have a conversation, we can practice. So,
Yeah, absolutely. All right, then this much for today. Thank you. Thank you so much for connecting. And it was nice conversation with you. So yeah, good luck for your father, and you want to start your content creation journey. So you can start definitely. Why not? So good luck for that.
thank you so much, Sweta, for this compliment. And I wish you the same. And soon, Joe Stock invites you and ask you to give a motivational talk.
It
I'll
means
see
a
you
lot
there.
for me. It means a lot for me that you are saying me just talk. Like I think we can
Trust me,
go.
this would
Like
happen. Trust me,
yeah.
this would happen. Maybe this year or the next year, but this would happen. For sure, this would happen.
Oh my God, you are challenging.
think- I,
Like
I don't think like anyone has ever said to you, the Joestar would invite you. Like you have had a conversation of like with 150 people, but I don't think like anyone would have said this to you. But you would thank me one day. The day that day
definitely.
the day you would feel that
Yeah.
someone
Actually, we can go
has
like if we have 10K subscriber or 20K subscribers. So I think we can go if they will invite us, right? I think many people go in 10K subscribers also. I have heard that. But I don't know. Let's see. I I hope that will work or it will become true.
Mhm.
I think you got stuck again.
No, how about now?
Yeah, now it's fine.
Okay. Okay, Sweta, okay. I'll text you in
All
the
right.
Instagram and I think we can do a collab videos on Instagram if you wish to. If it is okay for you.
Okay,
Okay.
will definitely.
We
All
will.
right.
Yeah. We'll
Okay,
catch
then
you
thank you
later. We will.
so much for
Okay.
connecting with me.
Thank you so much for talking to me. Have a good night. Bye. Take care.
Okay, bye.